Konnichiwa, Soshti Konbanwa, greetings massive, this is CJ Joe out of the Far East, and you're listening to Primitive, blessings upon blessings, Kansha.
Yeah, and as promised, it's now 6 minutes on the downside of 4 p.m. GMT. I'm going to speak a little bit, reason a little bit about diabetes 2, because it's really a huge problem here in the UK, and many, a very high percentage of the people of this country, and I'm sure many other countries in Europe and USA and other parts of the world are suffering from diabetes 2. So I'm going to give a little insight into how you can control it and even make it have less impact on you. Definitely. Yeah. Some things. And on this segment, I will be playing only music by myself, like primitive music, or recorded by me as an artist, released on my label and distributed through my distribution company, which is Rstid Digital. So I don't want to hear any issues about copyright, because all this music I'm going to be playing while I am speaking are music that I own the copyrights to. So all you guys out there who are monitoring, please check it out, okay? And released on Studio Records, distribution by Rstid Digital. Yeah, man, bless upon yourself. Life we can't see, but we can feel it. Open up your hearts and minds and let the universe reveal it. Watch your step, every move you make, and hold your breath. You can be no villain. Watch your step, every move you make, and hold your breath. You can be no villain. Every man has an answer, every man has a choice. You can live your life with your soul on ice. Got to know your destination, got to make a decision. You can't live just for yourself. What about future generation? They say the world is spinning, you can see it. But if you spin for a while and stop, then you will surely feel it. Check it. Watch your step, every move you make, and hold your breath. You can be no villain. Watch your step, every move you make, and hold your breath. You can be no villain.
Everything you do, right back at you. Everything you say, won't just fly away. So better do it right. Find a guiding light. Feel so bad sometimes, but keep it really tight.
Yeah, some things in life we can't see, but we can feel it. Open up your hearts and minds and let the universe reveal it. Yeah, let the universe reveal it, y'all. Let the universe reveal it. That's what I say. Watch your step. Watch your step. Every move you make, and hold your breath. You can be no villain. Hey guys, I hope you can all hear me loud and clear. Bless up yourself, everybody. Mr. Eric over there in New York City, Jalove in New York City, and everybody else around the globe. You see Banton over there in Benin, Nigeria. Big up yourself. Yeah. Yes, so it's time for reasoning a little bit about, this disease called diabetes 2. Now, let me start off by saying I am not a doctor, or am I a medical person? I'm just a human being, an ordinary guy. But I have some experience with, eating a certain way to help your body to be the best it can be. And I've had a lot of years of doing that. I'm now 72 years old, or I should say, according to many people, 72 years young. Whichever way you want to take it. Anyway, I've been vegan for about 45, 46 years, which means I've had no meat in my body. Yeah, I've had an amazingly healthy life. I've had no illnesses until last year. I was actually diagnosed with a very rare type of cancer called multiple myeloma. Luckily for me, I didn't get it too badly. I only had it in two small areas of my lower back, and I should be totally without, I should say, totally cancer free. All goes well, and it's going well by the end of May. Yes. My doctors told me that one of the main reasons why I am able to get rid of it, and also that I didn't get it so badly, is because of how I've taken care of myself over the last many years. And of course, that goes without saying, it's because of how I've been eating and looking after myself. So whether you believe in that your food is your medicine or not, that's each person has to make up their own mind about that. I really have made up my mind a long time ago, and it's paid off for me, and that's my story. Anyway, let's get on with the diabetes issue. I know about this disease because like I said, I've been vegan for 45, 46 years, and I usually, for all these years, fast for. Initially, I was fasting like half of each month, to be honest. I was making my own juices though. I wasn't buying juice. And when I did buy juice, I was only buying like carrot juice, freshly, juiced in front of me in health food stores. At the time, I first started off when I lived in Canada, and then I moved to the U.S. and I continued. So that was the process. So I would eat for 2 weeks and fast for 2 weeks, so much years later, when I came back to Europe, and I was on the road a lot, traveling through Europe, I was not able to obviously make juices because I was on the road. So I started eating fruits for that week or week and or 2 weeks. I just eat fruits and then go back to eating food again. Of course, I love most fruits that people from Caribbean countries love, or from hot climates: mango, pineapple, banana, and grapes and all these things. So that was all well and good. And then, like about 4 years ago, I guess, my doctors started to say to me that my blood sugar was going up, not dangerously, but it had gone up a bit. And they told me about it and was a little bit concerned because my sugar had always been so low. And I was like, okay. So they called me in and said, look, your blood sugar is really going up, so you need to be careful. And I'm like, wow, how could my blood sugar be going up? I mean, I don't eat sugar. I haven't for years, I don't eat sweet things. And when I do add some sweetener to my tea, it was always honey. Of course, a lot of honey that we buy, the general, inexpensive honey, is laced with sugar. That's a fact. They put a lot of sugar in these honeys. Unless you buy a really expensive one, it's pure, or someone that have bees and make their own honey. It's difficult to get real pure honey unless you pay good money for it. That's the one of the issues. Anyway, so I couldn't figure out why my sugar was going up, because, like I said, I'm not really using any sugar, So I really could not figure it out, and I was overly concerned. So I started to think and, really preoccupied, and how is my sugar getting to this level when I'm not, using sugar or sweeteners or anything. So I started to go online and research food that could spike your blood sugar. And I realized that all the fruits that I loved and ate a lot of, especially bananas, I used to live on bananas. I could eat like bananas and mangoes, I can eat a truckload of them. Trust me. I used to eat so many mangoes, I didn't know what didn't turn into a mango, Unfortunately, when I started to research, these fruits are full of a very strong sugar called glycemic sugar. And if you have any issues with blood sugar, this is a really serious problem for you. Yeah, because a couple of bananas or even one banana can spike your sugar to like a really really high level that can make you have a problem. You know, if your body is not producing enough insulin for whatever reason, there are many reasons for that. Um, because of age, um, most people seem to be getting this issue as they get older. It could be a lot because we are less physically productive. We are doing less with our bodies. We don't move as much as when we were younger. Um, that's definitely one of my issues because I work from home. I'm on the computer all day. I used to go around the park, a few days a week. It's a pretty big park, but it's not enough. And I actually I've worked out all the time at home. Like I did, I have my weights, work on the bench, and I do keep myself quite fit because I used to do capoeira in Brazil and all these things. I do love to keep working out, and I always did, but it was not enough because I'm sitting all day, you know. So the more I research, the more I realize that bananas, I can only eat like one banana a week. If it was green, I can eat as much as I want, right? Because when it's green, the glycemic level is almost non-existent. And don't forget, all these fruits are not bad for you. All fruits are good because they have other ingredients, other things in them, other minerals and vitamins that can help your body. But at the same time, they have, they have other sugars. There's the fructose in fruits and all that, which is good. But there's this glycemic sugar, which if you have an issue with blood sugar level, it's very, very bad. So from what I know from my research is that bananas, you can only eat one. I eat one like in a week or in 2 weeks, unless they're like just very slightly ripened. If they're very slightly ripened, like when I came to this country and I saw people eating bananas, I was like, these people are crazy, eating this half-ripe thing. But that's when it's good for you. The glycemic levels are very low. So if you eat it like that, you're fine. Or green. Pineapples very high in glycemic sugar. I can eat 2 slices of pineapple in a week. And me, I won't even eat it every week 2 slices. I don't hardly eat pineapples anymore, and I love pineapples to death. But I love my life and my health more. Okay? Mangoes, same thing. I can eat 2 slices of a mango in a week because the glycemic level is very high. Grapes also. Melons, all these melons also. Watermelon, which I love, which is good for you, it's a no-no. If you juice these fruits, it's worse because all you're getting is pure sugar from them. You're not getting the other minerals and so on from the fruits itself. You're just getting the sugar, and it's glycemic, and it's going to destroy your blood sugar level, and you don't want to get diabetes too. So my advice to you, if you're having a problem with your blood sugar and it keeps going up, there are other things you have to be careful of course, but these fruits especially, oranges are okay, and berries are okay. Strawberries is not so high in glycemic sugar. Oranges are quite good. And also you have to be careful of starch because starch turns into sugar. I mean, I love brown rice, and I've only had that for the last almost 50 years. Organic always, short grain. I stopped eating rice completely, totally. Trust me, because I don't want to get diabetes too. So I stopped eating rice. I eat instead quinoa, as some people call it. I found another very good grain, which is Mediterranean, called freca. It's from the Mediterranean. very low in starch, so it's okay to eat. And then there are other things that can help to actually lower your blood sugar. You know, like freca is one of the things that can help to, I think it's Freeka, something like that. But you can Google it. It looks like rice, but it's not a rice, and it's got a different taste, but it looks similar to rice. So there's freca. Lentils are very good to keep blood sugar down, and so you can always eat lentils. It will actually help to keep your sugar down or even lower your blood sugar. So I use that. I've always loved lentils anyway, so you can eat as much of that as you want. So there's quinoa, there's freca, lentils are good, chickpeas are also very good to lower your blood sugar or maintain it where it is. It won't spike it, yeah. And like I said, you know, starchy things, you can eat them, but not very often and not large portions. Also, it's important to eat not too large a portion when you eat. Yeah, it's better to eat smaller portions, like every 3 hours or something, than to eat one huge plate of food. Yeah. There's another thing I discovered. I discovered these beans called black turtle beans. They are very delicious. I never heard about them before until I started to do my research. They have got a very strong taste, really tasty. I eat them by themselves sometimes. They are very good in lowering blood sugar. Yeah. So it's very important that you are conscious of what you're eating, because it's affecting your body, and especially if it's going to affect you in a health way, where it's going to make you unhealthy. That is not a good thing, So I'm putting this out because I know a lot of people. I've spoken to many friends actually. I have got like 2 or 3 friends in the last 3 months who have developed diabetes too, and I tried to explain to them about this glycemic thing, but by the time I started explaining it to them, it was already too late. It was over, and now they're both taking penicillin. My doctors actually called me about 3-4 weeks ago to congratulate me. I'm glad I had a witness there. My friend of mine was sitting right beside me. Actually, my partner with this radio, Jata Dreadlove, was there on the call, and they called me to congratulate me on how low my blood sugar had gone down, because I stopped drinking all the juices from the supermarket. I was buying these beautiful juices, coconut and pineapple and this and that, and all these juices, they all have sugar. All of them, they have sugar. They put extra sugar in there, these people. I was drinking a lot of mineral water that says, especially the sparkling ones, flavored, no sugar added. If they say no sugar added, they've got sweeteners in them. And the sweeteners are worse than actual sugar. So you cannot trust anything, read all these labels and don't read all the ingredients, because if they say in big letters, no sugar added. All natural flavors. But if you read the small prints and read all the ingredients, you're going to find that they're all using artificial sweeteners. And that is going to create an even bigger problem for you than anything else. I stopped eating dried fruits and all these things because, as great as they are, it's a problem, And like I say, you can reverse your diabetes, of course, if you get it, but that's a lot of work, and a lot of people, I don't know if they're willing to, take up the time to do the work. And if you know about diabetes too, if you get it, and it gets bad, you get started to talk about amputations. So, my advice to you, if you have an issue with your blood sugar, is to please try to stay away from these fruits. You can always, you know, check with your doctors, but I would Google these. Today you can get all information online, you know. Because when I spoke to my doctors about, I'm fasting on fruits, my doctor said to me, oh, but I don't want you to change your diet. That's what he said to me. And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to investigate further. So if I listened to him and kept eating this, and he didn't mean it in a bad way, I'm sure. But if I didn't go and study myself and do my research, I would probably have diabetes too right now. So what I'm saying to you is that, you know, you need to investigate for your own self, get second, third opinions, and, you know, save yourself from getting this issue, this disease, because it's not a good one. And on that, guys, I'm gonna, you know, sign off. You're logged into the Rstid show. I hope that you found this helpful in some way. And yeah, we have another just over 30 minutes to go, so I'm just gonna give you music and music and music. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna continue playing a few tracks from my music. I don't really play my music too much anyway, because there's so much other songs that I want to hear and I want you to hear. So I'm going to give you a couple of tracks from This Is the Don't Worry Mama album, and then I'm going to go on with the rest of the show, and I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with the Mixed Bag Show. So if you're free and if you want to have some fun, you know what to do. Join me right here on Jetta Radio Live at 3 p.m. I will be on 3 to 6. All right, signing out, but I'm still here for another 32 minutes. Rub-a-dub time. Rub-a-dub time. Woo! Get your fire. Get your fire. A rub-a-dub style, so rub-a-dub style. When you come, you say you're wicked on your wild. Live and direct, and the mic.
Birds sing in the morning, giants all around. When the wind whistles through the trees,
Giants all around.
when the baby cries tears from their eyes, giants all around. If you listen, you can hear the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound.
Lick shot.
Listen, you can hear the sound, giants all around.
Said if you listen, you can hear the sound. Giants all around. If you listen, you can hear the sound. Giants all around. Said if you listen, you can hear the sound. The sound, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound. Said giants all around. So you can hear the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound. Giants all around. More fire. Babylon, Babylon. Upright, 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 upright. Get the style and fashion. Get the style and fashion. Get the style and fashion. Rasta going on. Last track by me. That playing you the rest of the rest of the rest.
Some Rasta going on.
Hey.
Some Rasta going on.
There's some Rasta going on. Early in the morning as I rise, as I open my eyes.
In the morning, my eyes.
Feelings of one energy taking over me.
Think it's love.
It must be this feeling of universal love.
Universal.
I just want to be carried on your wings, on the wings of love.
Carry on, your wings.
Yeah. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on, there's some Rasta going on. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on, there's some Rasta going on.
Each and every day, must have your faith.
There's some Rasta going on.
Some Rasta going on. Some Rasta going on.
There's some Rasta going on. Early in the morning as I rise, as I open my eyes.
In the morning, my eyes.
Feelings of one energy taking over me.
Think it's love.
It must be this feeling of universal love. Universal. I just want to be carried on your wings, on his wings of love.
Carry on, your wings.
Yeah. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on, there's some Rasta going on. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on, there's some Rasta going on.
Each and every day, must have your faith. That give me long day. Some Rasta going on.
There's some Rasta going on.
Each and every day, must have your faith. That give me long day.
Some Rasta going on. There's some Rasta going on. Before I go to sleep, I pray my soul to keep, my soul to keep, my soul. Happiness is mine when Jah is on my mind. When Jah is on my mind, yeah, on my mind. Sing it.
Each and every day, must have your faith. That give me long day. Some Rasta going on. Give thanks to faith. Max respect for your faith. Let them hate. That show.
The way, yeah.
Alright, never quit. Sing ya up on your heart. See ya, let them play. When they see the light, well, stop the fight. Righteousness, bless, yes.
One love. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on, there's some Rasta going on. I see them as they walk, I see them as they talk, I see them as they sing praises to Jah. There's some Rasta going on, there's some Rasta going on.
Each and every day, must have your faith. That give me long day. Some Rasta going on.
There's some Rasta going on.
Each and every day, must have your faith.
Yes, konnichiwa, soshite konbanwa. Greetings, massive. This is CJ Joe at the Far East, and you're listening to Primitive. Blessings upon blessings. Consha, consha.
Conscious. Yeah, man, we're gonna get on with the rest of the show right now. As I say, you're locked on tune into the Mixback Show, the Rstid Show coming to you live and direct from the UK, brought to you by Jatta Radio Live, with the Raz Radio.